Hi, welcome to the video. My name is Christopher Buell and I do non-emergency transportation sales. And in today's video, I wanted to discuss if it's worth it starting a non-emergency transportation business in 2022. In the past, I have owned and operated two different non-emergency transportation companies in two different states. The first one, we had it up to about 9 vans in, I'd say, 3 years. The second one, we got up to 8 vans within, I think, about 2.5 years. Again, I don't want to pretend that I'm something I'm not. There's people out there doing this who have, thousands of vans and they understand the business way more than me. But I do want to share what I did. And what I did was grew these businesses before I even knew what a broker was. And I really believe that is the best way to start a non-emergency transportation business. But again, I want to go over some of the pros, some of the cons, and whether or not there is a better way. Um, okay, so cons. It's very competitive. The upside is there are more people and businesses that do understand it. When I first started, it would be like going to a nursing home. I would say I'd like to drop off a brochure on my non-emergency, transportation business. And typically the response was, we have our own vans. And I would be like, yeah, but maybe your van will break down, or maybe you need a van one day in two different areas. It's just today that's it's effortless to get in front of the right people. We'll discuss more of that in the pro side, but from the competition side, it is highly competitive. Um, Now, another con is that it's regulated, and this is something that I don't know how fair it is for me to even speak to, because I don't live in every state. I don't understand the laws of every state, but but the way of life is regulation. And if there is money to be made, then there's laws there to prevent new people from coming into this space. Just putting all my cards down on the table. Uh, I don't like. I don't believe in big government. I don't think that many of these regulations are necessary. I mean, it's one of these fine lines. Obviously, we want as a community to be safe, but I think that I don't think I know many of the regulations are just there to keep out smaller people. Uh, but at the end of the day, it's the space that we have to deal with, whether we like it or not. There's going to be a lot of regulations, and again, if you love government, then starting a non-emergency transportation is a great place to be. It's also very expensive. It's more expensive to do this today than it has been in the past, partly because of the regulations, partly because that is life. Obviously, gas is absolutely terrible right now. Um, but having an employee, there's an expense required. You could do it the cowboy way and hope you get by, and you will get by for a while. But in the end, to own and operate a business today in the United States, you have to be on it. You have to have all your I's dotted, your T's crossed, and you're going to need to spend money to get everything set up correctly. And uh, whether it's having employees, having an office, it's something that you can grow with, but make no mistake, regulation will come for you, and that will be very expensive. Not to mention, the dollar is crashing, gas is exploding. It's tough. Okay, moving on to the pros. Again, I think that if I were to do a non-emergency business today, um, I would find the business first and the vans second. But if you are bound and determined to start a non-emergency company, you can go out tomorrow and buy a van and get yourself signed up with brokers and you are in business. And there's so many, and I would say this is really the majority. The majority of people out there doing non-emergency transportation, they have a little bit of money and a whole lot of desire and not a lot of knowledge about what they're getting themselves into, but it's doable. Again, I think it's the worst possible way, and it almost makes me think I shouldn't even put it on the pro side, but if you do it correctly, brokers can be a benefit. Again, I let me go on to point number two. Point number two is you can get yourself in front of prospects. And again, I do this every single day. I have never once had somebody say to me, in frustration, I'm tired of these non-emergency transportation salespeople. The people that work in non-emergency transportation are lazy. Frankly, most people in life are lazy and they don't want to knock on doors. And it really is such an incredible blessing that our business, to get more business for non-emergency transportation, you don't need Instagram, you don't need Facebook, you don't need anything other than old school picking up the phone and asking to speak with the correct person. Yes, you need to know who to ask for, but again, this is all I do. Never once has anybody ever said, I'm tired of non-emergency companies calling me. It's something that just doesn't even happen. Most of the time, they, I'll get into this maybe on later videos, exactly what I say. Most of the time, there's like this initial hesitation on, oh man, it's a salesperson. But they're stuck. They are captured. They are my audience for 30 seconds. And within that 30 seconds, I let them know that, hey, I do non-emergency transportation. I'd like to send a brochure. I'm telling you, 99 times out of 100, oh, yes, please send it. That is the window, that is the door of opportunity that gets us in front of the prospect. And because of that, because it's easy, I'm not going to say it's easy to sell, but it's easy to get in front of the prospect. It's an amazing business. There are still opportunities, big opportunities. I was calling on behalf of a client in the South, and I ended up speaking with a VA hospital. This particular client of mine, I believe, had two vans and couldn't handle the business. But this person, I got in front of within one day. I got in front of the right person at the VA hospital who said, we're not happy with our current provider. We would love for you to put a bid in. Again, there is opportunity here in droves. You just have to find it. Uh, Going back to my earlier point, if I were to start a non-emergency business today, I would find the market first and the van second. Uh, Spend some time making some phone calls and see if you can get yourself a client beforehand. And the way I have grown my businesses were to get the private business first, and eventually the brokers need me. And they can pay my rate, or I don't need them because I already have a business model built around a good, strong rate. I want to talk about a better way. Let me show you this video. This is by Grant Cardone. And he did a show. I never even heard of it. Couldn't tell you the name of the show, but he was being interviewed. And basically, this show that he was on, he and a number of other millionaires were given $100 of seed money. And they were told to, at the end of 90 days, whoever has the most money wins. And Grant Cardone basically said, listen, there are enough businesses out there. Bring value to other people. And he didn't do non-emergency. He went to some town, and I believe the town was like one of the poorest towns in, the United States, and got in front of the right person, got in front of a mattress owner. And Grant put this mattress owner together on entrusting him that he could bring in more business. And he was given seed money to do advertising. I believe about $6,000, and he went out and utilized that $6,000 for some kind of advertising. Ended up having some weekend sale for this mattress company. It was the mattress company's biggest weekend they ever had, And again, he sort of negotiated maybe a percentage of this business. And what I would say is, if you're look, if you're bound and determined to start a non-emergency company, this video can help you. Sales can help you. You should follow your dream. But as someone who has owned and operated too, there's enough businesses. If you can bring value to clients, uh, people will pay you. And in my case, if you hear background noise, I happen to be in Costa Rica. Uh, I do not work very hard. I also don't make tons of money. I mean, my prices are very reasonable, but the difference between owning and operating a consulting slash, sales non-emergency business and owning the responsibility, the fleets, the everything that goes along with owning a non-emergency company, it's night and day. Uh, for doing non-emergency sales, you buy a laptop, you're in business. To do a non-emergency company, you got to buy the van, you got to buy insurance. You've got lots of regulations. You're stuck there. There is a better way, and a lot less stress. So, would I start a non-emergency company in 2022? Me? No, I have no desire. But yeah, I would imagine there is still opportunity. And I will say this, going back to the very competitive statement, this is a pro and a con in itself. And there's, like I said, people understand us, they know what we're doing, and it's very easy to get in front of the correct people and earn their business, and it's very easy for them to go find a company that does it better than you. So it's a sad reality. These patients have to move, and you can provide great service for months, but the day you tell them, I can't do it today, I'm overbooked, is the day they find someone else to call. So again, it's a tough competitive business, but it's provided for me for a long time. I know other people are infinitely better than I ever was or ever could be, and they have worked out all the details and all the kinks. But again, I would highly recommend looking at just providing value to others. I'm happy to do some provide these videos. At some point, maybe I will make myself available for one-on-one coaching or something like that. But if you like the video, please leave a like. If you have questions, want to see me discuss other topics, go ahead and leave it in the comment section. I actually do have a Facebook page. I will put the link to that in the description. And until next time, take chances and drive fast.